In this video, we'll talk about how day trading stocks is super easy if you know this one rule. And the rule I'm talking about is the one you see in front of yourself. It's called the momentum rule. And this is something that I sort of discovered kind of on accident halfway throughout this year. So you can see in front of yourself 2025 cumulative profit. This is all of the profit that I've made in 2025 trading. You can see that January, February, all the way to kind of about August, it was kind of going at this rate. And then suddenly, I made a shift, I made a change, right? I discovered the momentum rule. And after that, my earnings went absolutely ridiculous. And they started going up at this trajectory. And that's the exact trajectory I'm going at right now. So I'm going to explain what the momentum rule is, how you can copy it effectively, why it works, what I do every single day. Let's get into it. This one on the left is an example of one of the trades that I've taken using this momentum rule, and it works amazingly well. Entered right over here, stock went up, rallied up, and I sold right over here. Right? And I make these types of trades every single day. This is not like a once every week type of trade or once a month type of trade. This is the type of trade that you take multiple times per day. It's absolutely terrific. So let's get into it. Now, what is the simple hack, or what is the shift that I made in my mind that allowed me to understand what the momentum rule was? And I'm going to explain exactly what it is to you guys right now. So to understand what the hack is, we need to understand the trends in the market. Now, I'm not going to speak about this in complex terms and bore you to death. That's not the goal. The goal is just to make you understand the three basic trends of the market. And it's extremely logical. You don't need to have a PhD to understand this. The first trend we're going to talk about is an uptrend. This right over here. The second one is consolidation, then it's a downtrend. So what is uptrend? It's very simple. It's when the stock is going up. So you can see towards the left of the picture, we see the stock going up, pulls back for a little bit, goes back up again, pulls back, rallies back up. That's an uptrend. Then we have consolidation, the next one over here. This is where the stock neither goes up or down. It kind of just goes sideways. It loses the momentum that it had, which is very important, the momentum that it had, and it kind of just goes sideways, right? Doesn't do much, kind of just goes sideways. Then we have the downtrend. This is the exact opposite of the uptrend, where the stock, funnily enough, goes down. So once you understand the three different types of trends in the market, you begin to understand when to trade. And one of the biggest hacks you can learn right now that I'll tell you right now, and it sounds obvious, but most of you'll be surprised how many guys actually do it. The hack is you do not trade in consolidation. I'll repeat that. You do not trade in consolidation. You only trade either in an uptrend or in a downtrend. Now, I know some of you guys short stocks. I personally don't short stocks. To keep it super simple, we're just going to talk about buying stocks long. And so, if you're buying stocks long, the only point you want to be buying stocks is when the stock is in an uptrend. It should never be while it's on a downtrend or consolidation. If the stock is going down over here, and I have a pattern in mind, or I have a strategy in mind, I will never trade it. Even if the pattern is in front of me, I will never trade it because the stock is in a downtrend. Same thing goes for consolidation. If a stock is just going sideways, it's not doing much, I am not going to enter it, even if there is a pattern in front of me or the strategy I'm trading in front of me. I will not enter the stock because it is consolidating. I will only enter once I see an uptrend. That is the most important thing, because the trend really is your friend. I know it's kind of a cliche thing to say, I know. But the trend really is your friend. And if you want to maximize your profits, you better trade with the trend, whether it's an uptrend or a downtrend. Never trade, I'm saying this again, never trade in consolidation. So let's move on. But before that, quick heads up, I have my free trading bundle. This includes a couple of different things. The first thing it includes is a free course. So the exact strategy that I trade every single day, the one that's made me over $2 million, I teach it for free inside of the free bundle. So go check that out. There's also 3 books inside that I've written all by myself. There's a trade tracker inside so you can track all of your trades. You can input your entry price, you can input your exit price, you can put screenshots and notes and analysis. It's amazing. And then I also have a special surprise inside for the people who get it. So if you do want it, click the first link in the description to get it for absolutely free. Let's keep moving. Now, what is the best pattern to trade? We already discussed we only want to be buying stocks in an uptrend, never in consolidation, obviously never in a downtrend. So when we see a stock in an uptrend, what is the absolute best, no question, hands down pattern that we can trade? The pattern that I trade every single day is the one you see on the right, and it's called the bull flag. I'm going to explain it to you super simply so you can understand in plain English. Let's begin. There's three main parts to the bull flag. The first thing we have is a surge, then we have profit taking, and then we have the next move up. Let's go through each one of them step by step. So the first thing we have is a surge. Again, the stock is in an uptrend, so we will see a surge. The first two candles you can see, we see a nice surge upwards. Price goes up, amazing. Then we move on to step number two. Step number two is the profit taking. We can see price starts to go down. It doesn't dump, but it kind of goes down a little bit. It doesn't give back all of the surge. It only gives back a tiny bit of the surge. So then price goes down. That's perfect. Then we move on to step number three, which is the next move up. Then we see the stock rally back up. This is the whole point of the bull flag. It goes up, it goes down for a little bit, and then it goes back up. Now, where do we want to enter? We want to enter as soon as we can see that it's about to go back up right over here. That's exactly when we want to enter. Now, what does this look like? Whenever the first minute candle makes a new high, that is when you want to enter. So this green candle right over here, we can see that it broke the previous candle's high, which is roughly over here. It broke that, and then we would enter as soon as it breaks right over here. As soon as it breaks, click the buy button. Rallies up, dips down for a little bit, rallies back up again, and we want to sell as soon as we see some resistance. That is the entire idea of the bull flag. Now let's tie this into a strategy. Now, what is the thing that I do every single day when I sit down on my computer? There's 4 different steps that I do, and they're the same steps every single day. The first step is to find volatile stocks, because again, we need to trade in an uptrend, and volatile stocks have a higher likelihood of having an uptrend. So that's the first step. The second step is we wait for the pattern. We wait for the bull flag. The third step is to buy when we see the pattern happen, and then sell as soon as we find some resistance. So now let's go through each one of the steps in detail. Let's go. The first step, like I said, is to find volatile stocks. Now, how do we do this? The way you do this is you go to a stock screener. You can use any stock screener you want. Don't overcomplicate this process. The one I use is on TradingView. It's the one that's built in. It's for free. Use whatever scanner you want. Do not overcomplicate this step. And you want to sort the scanner by gap percentage, like I have right over here. That's the whole point. The reason we sort it by gap percentage is because these gappers have a higher likelihood of becoming A, extremely volatile, and then 2, having an uptrend, which is the exact criteria we're looking for. So once you have the list of stocks like this, you can move on to the next step. And if you want my exact screener setup, you can find that inside of the community, the Draco Room. Now let's move on to step 2. Step 2 is we wait for the pattern. So the picture on the left, you can see the stock opens right over here, and you can see it immediately goes down. Goes up a little bit, goes down again. Goes down, goes up a little bit. This is a downtrend. It's clearly not an uptrend. It's not consolidation. It's a downtrend. So we're going to immediately forget about the stock. Now let's move on to the stock that's on the right. Stock opens, and you can see it immediately starts going up. So we're already in an uptrend. This is perfect. Now we just need to wait for a pullback. Remember the bull flag? We have to wait for a pullback. We just have to wait for that. Stock goes down a little bit, right? And then as soon as we can see that it's about to go back up for the next move higher, that's when we buy. And that's exactly what I did. Let me show you when I entered and when I exited. All right, so I'm on the stock right now, and I'm gonna play it minute by minute, and I'm gonna show you exactly what I think and exactly when I entered. So let's play it. So the market opens, we can see that it immediately starts surging up. Then we have some time where it pulls back, right? It's giving away some of its gains, but we can see that it's starting to make the next move up. Now I'm waiting for the first minute candle to make a new high. Let's play the next candle. Candle opens over here, surges up, breaks the high, I enter. This is perfect. Now I wait. Next candle goes up, up, it keeps going up, It pulls back for a little bit, but eventually we go right back up, and over here is where I sell. That's how simple it is. It was such a simple trade. We have a surge, we wait for a pullback, and as soon as I can tell we're going for the next move up, that's exactly when I enter. Stock surges up and I sell for 14%. This is how simple it is. That's the whole strategy right in front of you. Step 4 is obviously to take profit. So like I said, like I showed you, I entered over here, stock surged up, and I sold right over here. From this one trade, I made $8,000. That's how simple it can be. $8,000 is not bad for 7 minutes of work. And this is what I do every single day because this strategy works, and it works consistently, and it works because it makes sense. Now, if you're thinking, Draco, this is amazing, I want to learn the strategy. What can I do? Well, then I invite you to join my community, the Draco Room. This is the community where I teach you guys the exact strategy that's made me over $2 million. You can see people are trading the same strategy that I just taught you every single day, and they're making wins every single day. We saw Taz made $341, Abdullah made $387, Nick made $751, Freddie made 11%, South made $968, Mike made $100, South made $445. People are making wins every single day trading the same strategy that I just taught you. When you join the community, you also get access to a free course which goes super in depth into the strategy, shows you examples and shows you a lot of stuff. The course is absolutely terrific. You get that when you join the community. You also get access to FAQ section, you get live movers, you get a watch list, you get chat, you can talk to the people there, ask questions, you get live trades, you get home runs, day reviews, month reviews. There's so much in the community. It is absolutely amazing. Like I mentioned, when you join the community, you also get access to every single one of my live trades. So this is me literally showing you exactly when I enter and exactly when I exit. And I film every single one of my trades, even my losses. You can see over here, I lost money. Over here, I made money, I made money, I made money. So you can go and check the exact time that I entered, the exact reason I entered, when I exited. It's extremely helpful. So if you guys do want to join the community, you can email me at this email right over here, and I'll try to get you a spot inside. Email me there, say you want to join, and I'll get you a spot inside. I am going to be closing the group pretty soon to just focus on the people that are already inside. So if you guys do want to get in before it closes, email me right over there. Thank you guys for watching this video. I appreciate it. See you guys in the next video. Peace.